Welcome to the Grizzled Geek and Review for May 25th, 2018. I'm Mike.
I'm Doug.
And we're here with all your nerd news for the week. Solo opens today.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're seeing it tonight or last night.
Yes.
This whole time travel thing confuses me. Yeah, but that's the big story. And apparently it's going to open pretty big. So it's estimated at 170 million opening, which will be... with a worldwide opening of 340 million, upwards of 340 million.
Which will actually cover its expense.
Yeah, yeah, true. Even with the reshoots and everything, it could make its money back in the opening weekend. But yeah, it's going to need that because, like you said, it is the most expensive Star Wars movie ever. Right behind it, Force Awakens cost 245 million. Solo cost 250 million to make.
Right.
The Last Jedi and Rogue One both were just a little over 200 million each. But if it's any indication, the last 3 Star Wars films have done over $1 billion each. So I think it's pretty good. And when you look back on it, all the way back to 1977, the original Star Wars was made for 11 million. Even adjusted for inflation, that's still under 50 million.
Wow.
You know?
Well,
Star Wars. So yeah. I think it's going to do okay.
Yeah, I think so. And like I said, man, every trailer makes me more excited to see the movie.
That's
so
right.
I'm hoping that we really enjoyed it last night.
That's right. And if we
Check out our reviews.
Yeah, whether we did or we didn't, you'll find out in the review coming this weekend.
Yeah.
All right. In weird related news to Star Wars, the co-writer Jonathan Kasdan recently said that Lando, the character of Lando, is pansexual. Which I had to look up. I didn't know what that meant. Are they into like
everything, right?
Yeah, I thought pansexual, like pan, like the faunus, like like the fawn, like a half goat person. I was like goat boy. They into goat boy? Is that what's going on? But no, but that's what that means. And in a recent interview, Donald Glover kind of like chimed in there saying, "Of course he's pansexual. You know, how can you not be in space with all these aliens?" There's a sexy looking blob over there.
Where'd you get that sweet space cape, brother?
Sweet space cape, brother. Yeah, so I mean, yeah, you figure
whatever.
Like, I'm sure in the movie there has no indication anyway.
Yeah.
Whatsoever. It's like Gaston's toady being gay in Beauty and the Beast movie.
Oh, right, yeah.
Which really amounted to nothing, really.
Yeah, well,
I'm like
2 seconds.
Yeah,
of screen time. You're like, okay.
Everyone's all up in arms over nothing. I'm like, yeah, who cares? Lando likes to have sex with a lot of stuff, so I can totally see that. So
all right,
there you have it, guys. Solo.
All right. In somewhat related news, because it involves Disney, Comcast has officially made a bid for Fox. Those bastards. It's a cash deal expected to exceed $60 billion.
Yeah.
However, if Fox pulls out of their deal with Disney, they'll owe them $1.52 billion, I guess, for the administration that's gone into it so far, or something. Disney still has a chance to counter the offer. However, that will significantly slow things down. We were hoping they would have stuff by next year and be able to start making movies based on that stuff, but that will not happen. I guess related news: Disney stock dipped. And Netflix market capitalization has surpassed Disney and Comcast. I don't know if that means combined or just individually.
Both. Yeah. For the first time ever, it surpassed Disney, and it's now larger than both Disney and Comcast.
Okay.
I mean, it's not unfeasible to see like years from now a Netflix buyout of Disney. I mean,
instead of the other way around.
Yeah. I mean, this could be pretty crazy. Netflix is here to stay, folks. Whoever would have thought the company that mailed you DVDs in the mail is now going to be a major studio player.
Yeah.
But yeah, as far as this Disney deal goes, I mean, one way or the other, I'm pretty sure Disney's going to get their properties, the Marvel properties back.
Yeah.
What that looks like or how much it's going to cost them to do it, I don't know. It may be a separate side deal outside of
maybe
these assets. I mean, but the bottom line is Comcast is not a production company, right? So. And unless they have some of these properties, Marvel properties, in production, their rights are going to revert anyway. So they're not going to lose that. They're going to sell them off one way or the other.
Yeah, maybe.
This is just a crazy cash grab for I mean, I don't know. That's a lot of money
Fox
being
is going
thrown
to be the
around.
big winner in this one.
Yeah,
Come out.
Fox is going to
Ton
be
of money.
Yeah, they're fighting over the pretty girl at the dance. That's but whoever thought Fox would be the pretty girl at the dance? But 1.52 billion, 1.5 billion.
You
Here's,
should put up an image of Rupert Murdoch with
yeah,
that. The pretty girl at the
the pretty
dance.
girl with the dress on. Yeah, sweet. 1.52 million. That's like a Marvel movie, but revenue. There's an extra Marvel movie you have to make for us backing out of this deal.
Yeah, well, that's true enough.
Yeah, that's a lot of money. That's all a lot of money. It's hard to wrap your head around this kind of money being thrown around by these companies.
Yeah. And we still don't know what Fox's response to this offer would be.
Right, yeah.
So
We just know they've officially made it now.
Yeah.
So. All right, moving on over to HBO, Damon Lindelof's Watchmen series. We got an update on that. It was announced a while back that he was doing this, but no one knew what it was about. Was it going to be,
reimagining the comic or whatever. Yeah.
retelling? Well,
Ignore the movie.
yeah, it was ignore the movie. Well, it's going to be. He came out and tweeted in a series of long tweets, basically explaining what he's planning on doing with this. And he said that he drew inspiration. And he says the original is canon. Original happened.
Okay.
Right? So the original comic happened, and this is going to be a contemporary story told in modern times with modern issues. It's going to be all new heroes, right? But all the other ones, everything that happened in the original story happened. So we don't know if any of the originals are going to be in it. We know at least one is going to be in it because he mentioned that the hints of the past century of superheroes is going to be revisited through, quote, surprising yet familiar set of eyes. So someone from the original, whether it's Dr. Manhattan, probably telling a story, or maybe an old Night Owl, we're not sure.
Yeah, except for surprising makes me think it's got to be something else.
Well, if it sticks to the original, we know, spoilers, Rorschach's dead.
Yeah.
It's spoilers at this point. It's a 1980s comic. So,
That would be the surprising one.
If Rorschach was...
If Dr. Manhattan didn't actually kill him, just made it look like he did, that would be surprising.
Right. So, yeah, familiar set of eyes. So we'll see what this happens. So this is actually going to be a sequel to the original comic.
Okay.
So we'll see.
So interesting. So we'll see what are the results of Veidt. I forget.
Veidt, yeah.
Veidt.
Yeah.
What his whole plan was, and
Yeah. See what's going on.
world
And
without Dr. Manhattan.
the modern telling of this is, replace, Nixon with Trump. We'll see what kind of modern day telling we're going to have of this story.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, a lot of gold there to mine for.
Yeah, nice. All right, back to the Star Wars universe. Grand Admiral Thrawn is plotting his way into Star Wars live action.
Yes.
Maybe.
While
at Comic-Con Revolution, author Timothy Zahn revealed some info. One, he has 2 more books on his contract, but they're in limbo right now. He can't write them until Episode 9 is finalized and the new TV show is finished, which means, there's a lot of speculation.
Yeah.
Does that mean he's in one or both of those?
Right.
I would think the former is less likely than the latter. He's more likely to show up in the TV show than the movie.
Right. This could be, but the fact that he can't until the story is finalized for the movie means all things are open.
Yeah.
Right?
True,
they could totally, and especially if, like we speculated, they're using him in the TV series, right, that they're filming right now.
Right.
And they like the way it's turning out. They like the character storyline. They could pull that character easily
into Episode 9.
Yeah.
Have him behind the scenes.
Right. Or this could be simply because they have a really tight grip on the canon now, right? They don't let stories. They can't write stories unless everything's canon at this point that's written going forward.
Right.
So they have a pretty tight grip. So they might not let them until they know for sure. It could be a safety thing for story wise. We don't know exactly what the story's going to be, so you can't write anything else until we get these details in. But I personally think he's going to be in at least one of those 2 things.
Yeah, I hope so. He's a great character.
He was great in Rebels.
Now, it does change. Obviously, his original Zahn trilogy is no longer canon.
Right.
But I love that story. Love the Zahn trilogy. It's probably the best Star Wars books ever written. However, it does the fact that it's not opens him up to he doesn't have to suffer the same fate as he did.
True.
There, he's wide open.
Yeah,
He's also a super popular character. I could see him switching sides.
that's true. That is
Because
true.
in those of you who've read, you should read the news on Thrawn books.
Yeah.
His
And read Heir of the
motivation
Empire
is
too.
made.
Heir of the Empire is still good. Even if it's
Oh
not
yeah,
canon
yeah,
anymore,
it's
it's
not
still a really
canon
good
yet.
book.
But the new Thrawn books paint him in a different light.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to see how that works out.
He's not the mustache twirling bad guy.
No.
He's definitely a nuanced character.
Yeah, he definitely is.
Yeah, I mean, they're good books. And Zahn is a great writer, and I just want to see Mara Jade somewhere.
Yeah, would be nice. I have a feeling that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Based
sadly.
on what we saw in The Last Jedi, I don't think that was ever a thing. So that's a bummer. But hey,
Oh, well. All right.
All right.
So that's it for our main stories. On to our
small stories. I cut him off.
Right here. Right here. All right. So first up, Jake Gyllenhaal.
You didn't follow through.
I
I'm
know.
surprised.
I
All
know.
right. Thank you.
I have the icon. They saw the nerd nuggets. Jake Gyllenhaal is in talks to be in Spider-Man 2 as Mysterio. Now,
Interesting. That's the fishbowl helmet,
that's
right?
the fish. Yeah, this is way better than him as Batman. I'll tell you. I
Yeah.
like Jake Gyllenhaal as an actor. I just didn't like him as Batman, or the idea of him as Batman. But as Mysterio, this could be. I mean, he can do creepy, and but they have to have the big fishbowl helmet, at least in like a prototype of the suit or
Yep.
something like that. I may look goofy, but come on now.
I've seen some recent renditions of it that like, okay, that actually looks cool. Where they made it like half and bigger. It wasn't just a fishbowl on his head
Right.
like the original character was.
Exactly.
So that's cool.
And there's also rumor that he's going to have some muscle with him, which a lot of people are speculating is Rhino is going to be in it, right?
Yeah.
There's also speculation that we also know that Michael Keaton is returning as a Vulture, although he's in prison after the first movie. So there's a lot of
they had the whole
They had Scorpion. They had Scorpion in prison with
it
him.
was-
So Sinister Six is getting set up here, guys.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, I mean, just think what you want, but they already showed the Scorpion. They got the Vulture. They're going to have Mysterio.
Yeah.
And if they have Rhino into it, all they need is Doc Ock. And, there they go. And they also say that the Daily Bugle and Oscorp will be teased in the new movie, too.
Oh, nice.
So-
okay,
There you have it, guys. Get those guys in there. We have the Sinister Six. So,
that's cool. All right, George R.R. Martin's children's book, The Ice Dragon, is being developed as an animated film.
it's good to know he has, so much time on his hands to do stuff like his animated stuff as opposed to finishing the series.
It's not going to happen.
It already got pushed off. This it's not coming out this year. So
Yeah. Stop buying his stuff, and then he'll do. Stop buying his other stuff, and then when his cash cow is cut off, he'll have to go back to writing it.
well, I mean, yeah, true. He's got to go back.
I'm actually glad that HBO is finishing the story instead of him.
He's a great writer, though.
He
But-
was in the first 3 books. Then
Yeah.
it just started going. Then he fell in love with his own grittiness, and you realized he can't write himself out of a wet paper bag. He's like, you're like, where is this going?
I can
What is
set up all
happening?
this cool story, but now I've killed everybody off. I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He obviously
HBO.
had no plan for where he was going.
HBO's going to finish the series for him, so that's good. Ice Dragon at least is finished. He wrote that back in 1980, the children's story.
Yeah.
So, animated film. I just keep getting mad every time I see some new project he's
Anything,
working on
yep,
and it's
yeah.
not finishing the series.
Yep.
I'm like, I don't care. I don't care about your Conan stories. I don't care about your prequels and stuff. Finish
That's
Game of
why
Thrones.
I threw his books against the wall and said, "Man, no more.
No more."
Never giving him another dime of money."
Oh, R.R. Martin. All right. Jim Starlin, the creator of Thanos, has revealed that one of his other characters he created will be in Avengers 4. So, any speculation on who this could be? Everyone's saying Star Fox, but he's kind of a goofy character. He's Thanos' brother, Eros. Like,
Yeah.
what is it?
Well,
He's
and
like
I
the
mean,
god of love. He's like
they
emotion
already
control.
they already mentioned Mentor, which is another one of his creations.
So you mentioned his father, who is an Eternal, because Thanos isn't a deviant. So and they mentioned Eternals is coming back. So would they be teasing, Thanos' dad?
Yeah.
You know? Or they could, some of the other, you know.
I'm trying to think of who was in the Infinity stuff that
Adam Warlock.
has not been
but
mentioned.
Warlock's going to be
And I don't
in
think
Guardians
it was
3.
And I don't think that he was a Starlin creation. I think he existed before that. I'm not positive, though.
Yeah, I don't know. I think
I don't know who it could be other than Star Fox, because everybody else has already either been introduced or I'm not aware of. Well, no. Why would you do that without
what's that?
the and I can't even remember what his name is. The evil version of Adam Warlock.
Oh, Magus.
Yeah.
Without Adam Warlock, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
So,
well, the Magus, when he first showed up in the Infinity stories, was from a different time.
Yeah.
And they were unaware of his connection to Adam Warlock, at least at first.
Yeah.
I believe. So
more than likely it'll be something. Maybe we'll get a flashback of Thanos' dad, which was already name dropped, and would set up Eternals. You know what I mean?
True enough.
So who knows?
Yeah. All right, Incredibles 2 is tracking for best animated domestic opening ever at 140 plus million. I know they're going to get my money.
Yeah.
Looks really good, so I'm excited for it.
I just realized, I was checking the other day how long ago Incredibles came out, right, in the 90s. I didn't realize it was that long ago that we were waiting for an Incredibles sequel.
20 years?
Yeah. I'm like, that's crazy.
Holy cow. Yeah.
I'm all, talk about feeling old. Like, oh. But yeah, it's got my money opening week. 140 plus million. So like Finding Dory is the current one. It's like 127 or something like that. 130.
Okay.
Somewhere in there. But
All
right. Well, sad news for you, Doug. I know what a incredible Transformers fan you are. Looks like Transformers 7 is not going to happen. They pulled it from its release schedule. No more Transformers. In fact, Bumblebee will, in fact, be the last in this current iteration of the Transformers, which everyone's all like, oh, they're Transformers is dead. They're killing Transformers. Like, well, no. If you've been paying attention, they just have this new deal, this new All-Spark combined universe. They named their studio All-Spark Studios.
Yeah.
Right? Transformers is going to be a major part of this.
Now, as long as they push Michael Bay out.
Yeah. This is going to be.
Then we can get some good Transformers movies.
Right. And this is, I'm going to have a feeling the way they're planning on doing this big combined universe thing, we got G.I. Joe, Micronauts, ROM, all these things, right? Transformers is going to be a big part of that, and I have a feeling that it's going to be a lot truer to the comic or the original series, just like they plan on doing with G.I. Joe and that going forward.
Okay.
So
that'd be cool.
Hopefully.
I hope, yeah.
Yeah. Which kind of leaves Bumblebee in this weird limbo because this announcement come out before Bumblebee comes out, right? And this is supposed to be like the big fix for it, you know.
Right, yeah.
And I don't know. So
I wasn't excited to see a Bumblebee-based movie anyways, so probably I don't want to say my least favorite of the originals, but one I never cared all that much about.
Like him and Spike's relationship was like, you know.
Yeah.
All right. There you have it. No more Transformers 7.
Yeah. All right. Another reboot news. Men in Black finds the director for the UK Men in Black facility, which is going to be Liam Neeson.
Nice.
So does that mean that the entire Men in Black movie will be set in England, or that they just go there? We don't know, obviously, but that'll be interesting to see how big a role Liam Neeson has in it. Right.
I mean, I like Liam Neeson in anything. He's got some big shoes to fill there with Rip Torn, you know, as a director.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like Liam Neeson. I'm excited. I'm excited for this reboot. If you would have told me that I was being excited about a Men in Black reboot, I'd be like, what? I don't care. But yeah, with Thor, and Qui-Gon Jinn in this. All
right.
And Valkyrie, I'm down.
Yeah.
Okay, in our irony news of the day, Red Sparrow production designer, Red Sparrow, which was famously panned as being a Black Widow ripoff, which it really wasn't, but when his trailers came out, it was like, that's a Black Widow story.
Yeah.
What a big ripoff. Well, the production designer was been hired to work on Black Widow for Marvel. So
nice.
If you thought it had a similar look, it's going to have a similar look. So
yeah, I think the comparison was to the origin story.
Right. Yeah. When you actually watch the movie had nothing to do with, the Black Widow story, but
right.
it had similar themes.
All right. Here, exciting news here. I'm super pumped for this. Disney has finally announced opening dates. Well, not dates, time periods for Star Wars Galaxy's Edge.
Yes.
In Disneyland, it will be summer of 2019, and in Disney World, fall of 2019. There was a lot of, when they said they were coming out in 2019, the original announcement was implied that they were going to open at the same time.
Yeah.
But everybody was like, whoa, Disney World is way behind Disneyland. How are they going to do that? Are they just going to slow down Disneyland or what? Now they've officially, no, they're going to be different times. Same year, different times of the year.
Which is great because we're closer to Disneyland.
Yes.
We could just drive over to that.
Yeah, so fall 2019 or, after summer. I'm not going in the middle of summer.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's hot. That crowd park is going to be so crowded, but
Yeah.
September, I'll be there for my birthday.
Nice.
I'll be there. It'll be awesome.
Sounds good. Also, not to be outdone. I just don't skip over the second half of this story. It's like, Star Wars, Disney.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is cool. Universal is going to have some sort of Star Trek themed attractions in their Orlando park.
Yeah.
The problem is the Anaheim or Burbank studios just doesn't have room.
Yeah.
For anything.
They kind of ran out of space.
Yeah, they're out of space, so they have to get rid of something old to put anything new in. Orlando has a ton of room. They're building tons of new hotels. It's a much better experience, anyways.
Yeah.
Universal Orlando is awesome. You should go. And I'm curious as to whether or not this is going to be part. There's rumors that they're going to make a third theme park. They have 3 parks. One's a water park.
This will probably be one of the new ones.
I'm hoping that they're going to make a new park
because they said it's going to be themed. It's going to be centered around Star Trek, and instead of like different planets, it's going to be a high tech theme, right? And they're going to have a huge attraction. They didn't say like ride or anything like that, but there's going to be. So speculation was there was a time when a few years ago they were planning to build a Star Trek theme, like an Enterprise replicate in Vegas.
Oh,
right?
Okay.
You know, if they do like a big giant Enterprise,
Interesting.
replica
Okay.
that you can like go in, that would be pretty sweet. I don't know. I'd want a trip to Orlando just for that.
Yeah. That would be huge. So
Yeah.
that would be interesting. All right. So we'll see what. So stay tuned.
All right.
When we get more info on the Star Trek thing, we'll let you know.
All right. Our last story of the day. You can't keep a good monster down.
And a bad idea.
A bad idea. Oh my goodness. But we heard that the Universal Studios Dark Universe was dead. I mean, they cleared out the production studios. The executive producers left the project. It was dead, right?
Yeah.
After the disappointing return on the Mummy had. But just like a good monster movie, it is back from the dead, as apparently The Bride of Frankenstein is still going forward with production. So, however, whether or not they're going to do, if they do a good movie, that's fine. But I think they need to lay off the whole connected universe thing right now. If it's good, they can build a connected universe on top of that, but don't come out the gate swinging like they did.
My question is, why would you do a Bride of Frankenstein movie before you have a new good Frankenstein
movie? Yeah.
We haven't had a Frankenstein movie in 25 years.
Yeah.
I believe the Robert De Niro.
Robert De Niro was the last one?
I think so.
Well, they had the Frankenstein, the futuristic one?
Frankenstein Unbound?
Or that was an old
Frankenstein?
one. I, Frankenstein, yeah.
Yeah, those are reimaginings of the story that really
don't. The last retelling of the original story, I believe, was the Robert De Niro Frankenstein.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's... Yeah. I don't know what they're... Bride of Frankenstein, like I said, if it's good, I'll watch it, but I mean...
I'm tired of disappointing these dark universe type things, like Penny Dreadful. Yeah. Awesome, crappy finish. It's like, you're all of this promise and then just a big disappointment at the end. You're like, damn it.
Yes.
Come on. So I was excited for a dark universe, and then they just fumbled everything.
Yeah. They need to make it scary. They need to go back to the roots and make an actual monster movie, right? You need to make these scary, not action adventure like they try to do with the Mummy.
I enjoyed the action adventure Brendan Fraser Mummy movies.
Oh, yeah.
They tried to toe the line.
Yes.
And failed at both in this last one.
They did.
And it's just like, Come on.
Yeah, I think halfway through they're like, we got Tom Cruise. We can't just have him as he as the bad guy or whatever. We need to have him like a hero type or whatever. And they kind of switched. It changed tones halfway through that movie, and you're just like, I don't know what this is. So, but oh well, there you have it, folks. Bride of Frankenstein's coming. But that's it for us. We're going to Solo, so we'll be back with a review for that later. If we have any opinions on any of these stories, I'm sure some of you do, leave a comment down below.
Yep.
Let us know what you think. If you want to talk about the reboot of Thundercats Roar, I put out a separate rant video about my opinion on that, as well as the state of rebooting our cartoons in general. Just check out that video. And we'll be back next week with more nerd news for you. So be sure to like, subscribe, tell your friends.
Hit that bell.
Hit the bell.
Yes.
You want to support the channel, you can do it with the links down below.
Yeah, there's a bunch. Teespring store, Amazon affiliate link, and our Patreon site.
All right, guys. Thank you very much, and we'll see you next week. Bye.